Thank you for tuning in to the B&R Bearded Bear Custom Fix from Talladega as these drivers go qualifying. I'll go over a little bit of race information, then Will give you the history of Talladega. You see here we're in Talladega, 2.65 mile. Track temp 96, 78 degrees, 67% humidity, partly cloudy, 12 mile per hour winds. 75% fuel, 60 laps, 160 miles, 4 sets of tires, 0 quick fix, and 3 attempts at a green white checker. There you go. Will, the floor is yours.
Well, we are here at the wonderful and stupendous, Talladega Super Speedway. The Alabama Super Speedway used to be called Alabama. Yes, I just said that. Um, you know, Located just north of Lincoln, or located in the Lincoln complex, just north of Talladega, Alabama, in the national. Basically, I want to say sits just outside the national forest of Talladega. Um, so very, very. I've been by it so many times. I've always wanted to go to it. I only live about 4.5 hours away, but circumstances and whatnot. So this track was completed in 1969. It opened September 13th, 1969, and first race was held shortly thereafter. And it was also the famous kind of boycott race where, uh, you know, uh, Bill France Sr. was kind of, I don't want to say like blindsided, but there was punches thrown in the garage that day, right? Like things happened. There was a scuffle. There was a drivers' union at one time back in the day, kind of similar how there is today. And there was almost a full-on boycott of the race, except for the Dodge back manufacturer, true manufacturer teams. There was a handful of independent cup drivers that started the race, and also, the story goes, Bill let all the Busch Grand National cars from the previous day, what is considered the Busch Grand National Series, or Xfinity Series, race in the race the next day as well. So just to complete the grid of the field. Um, a lot of famous side by side finishes at the stripe has been held here, whether it was in the COT era. There's so many to count during the COT era of that short time span, but the Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon, Greg Biffle, RCR, I want to say Clint Boyer, 4 wide across the start finish line. At one point, Dale Earnhardt's final career win came here at Talladega, the 76th and final win. Just a week before, I was going to mention. While we were at Atlanta, his 75th win came in Atlanta. Anyway, so the banking here, the turns, 33 degrees of banking, the triable 16 and a half degrees of banking. That's very significant because if you're in the center of the triable, you really don't want to be pushing nobody. You want to give them that beach bubble effect, and then right after the triable, try to maybe get back connected to them. Give them a short push in between the triable and the turn one entrance if you can. That is, if you want to be aggressive, that is. The start finish line, the restart zone is basically, but we go on green here. So the start finish line is right out of the trioval, basically. So like I just talked about, all the great finishes throughout the years that you've seen here, comes down to right out of the trioval. And it might be one to watch for. And the qualifying times, Brian, is very, very close.
Yes, they are. It's, the phenomenal super speedway, Will. Talladega can bring some great racing. Some,
Especially whenever you're going over 200 miles per hour at times, Brian. Whenever you're in a pack like we will see here shortly, I know there's only 12 or 14 drivers, but still, they're going to reach speeds of just over 200 miles per hour. So little time for error, especially at the speeds we normally see them run, right? So just
yes, sir.
amplify that at least 5 times, right?
Oh, yeah. Anyway, well, I'm going to go over the starting grid real fast. I know we're too busy looking at the old Mustang there. P1 would be Aaron Bradford. P2 would be Richard Johns. P3 would be Jason Pearson. P4 would be James Hudson. P5 would be Joe Stipe. P6 would be Jaden Sanchez. P7 would be Pete Woodrum. P8
Hello, fella.
will be Mike Allen.
Talladega, baby.
P9 would be Tyler Myers. P10 would be Anthony Line. P11 would be Robert Amaral. P12 would be Christopher Campbell. P13 would be Philip Bridgman. And P14 will be Justin Steves.
Dale, where's that phone?
So 60 laps, Will. I guess they're going to have a little bit of radioactive here because I forgot to turn off the comms, but...
Buddy Baker, broke or captured at one time, the land speed record here of taking his stock car, breaking the 200 mile per hour barrier. He first did it at Daytona. He was the first driver to do it at Daytona, and he was also the first driver to do it here at Talladega as well, Brian. So, EMSA, back in the day in 1976 and 78, from 76 to 78, I believe, raced here from 69 to 89. They used the road course here. If you want to know about the road course, basically Google Talladega track layout from inception. You could find the different track layouts. There was a road course version just like how Daytona is, except a little less technical.
Yes, sir. I agree with you.
But the times were very similar. If you was to look at the times provided on the Talladega wiki for the EMSA series that ran back in the day. Getting ready, pace car is peeling off that Mustang pace car this evening. So our field of drivers rolling through into the trial. Got to remember, this is Talladega. It's not Daytona, so the start-finish line is not in the center of the trial. So always keep that in mind when racing at Talladega. It's wider, and you can always have that breathing room. Green flag out in the air, like we just heard the spotter say. I almost like it, Brian, because I get to know when the caution happens, when the green flag comes out, etc. I almost kind of would prefer it.
Yeah, I forgot to turn it off. But anyway, Will.
No, let's keep it.
Flag. Okay, that's fine.
Bradford, yeah. No. Yeah, Bradford won the pole, right? So, yeah, that's Bradford. So big congratulations on Bradford. Maybe one day we could start talking to the pole sitter of the races. If I could learn to maybe already 3 wide early on. Yes, Richard getting put in the second hole, and he finds a gap. Now getting to the bottom lane. So there's an outside lane trying to form.
28 to 29. Who is that? I want to say the 81. Yeah, 28, 29, 81. Now Richard Johns out there on the outside. A side draft. See that going on a little bit early on lap 2. You see Robert Amaral down there on the bottom. His teammates on the outside. Did they tell you about roughly how many laps of fuel?
Yes, sir. So depending on how aggressive you may be or how conservative you may be, we're looking at roughly 28-ish, 27 to 32 laps, Brian, depending. Fuel, people can really get some wacky numbers with fuel saving. Did Jaden have to serve a penalty? Why is he a lap down? Did he start from pits? What
I think
occurred
he
with
started from the
Jaden?
pits. I have no
10,
clue.
10, 5? Maybe not. Let's just say 10-4. I don't want to
Yeah, I don't
cause
know why
any
he
havoc.
started. I don't know why he started in the pits.
See this bottom line really working very well. Multiple drivers that feel comfortable working with one another. As I say that, Joe
Pulls out of
taking
line.
his... Exactly. It always happens. Never fails to amaze me.
Boy, you got quite a few Dega races to call this week, don't you?
Indeed, sir. Oh, we're getting bottlenecked here. There's drivers trying to not run over Joe when he got stuck with the brick wall of air, trying to make a move, seeing what he can do here early on, but getting shuffled back.
So Justin
Yes,
Steve,
indeed.
the lone wolf out there at the moment. As Campbell looks to go to the inside, Tyler Myers looks to go underneath him, Will. Then you see there, you got line right behind him, getting a little help from his teammate there in the 3. The 3. He's got a few teammates in the race. Ram set. Robert and Line. Teammates here tonight.
Oh, that's who's in the 29 car. Nice. Mm-hmm. I'm used to seeing him in a truck whenever I do pipe into his races whenever I see them on. So, nice to see Mr. Allen out and about over here in the BNR Series.
Hey, you want to come out, Mike? Sure, come on out.
Some drivers did almost predict, did kind of tell me, hey, don't be surprised if we go single file, if we can get everything sorted out, straightened out, etc. Who feels comfortable being up further in different positions, but there's always going to be maybe a small percentage of the group that always wants to try to be racy or maybe just be on a different path.
Oh yeah. But like I said, well, it's still early on. These guys are still trying to get comfortable with who needs to be where. And I remember, these drivers have absolutely zero freedom. Your choice to make it all count. Oh, Nelly.
Yes, indeed. Zero quick fixes this season in the respective BNR Cup Series. This is not the BNR Truck Series where you kind of get one free Happy Meal, but one free reset and just do whatever you want with it, so.
Oh yeah.
You don't have nothing in the bank here. You basically robbed the bank and you're driving it like you stole it for the most part, but you don't want to hop the curb or you don't want to run into a street lamp per se, right? So now we see Justin Steves. Yes, they did. That is James Hudson in the 28.
Yep. Now, if I'm Bradford, I'm staying behind Richard. I'm going to try to save a little bit of fuel. Because remember, well, he was out front for 8 laps, so he's the one burning the most fuel. Depending on which lane you're in. If you're the leader in multiple lanes, you're going to be burning a lot of fuel. Oh.
Hudson laid back, getting a run on this next pack up in front of him. Taking to the outside. Robert does not go with, but some other cars venture up that were slightly ahead. That's going to be JP and Richard. Now putting 3 wide a little bit further back. Richard and JP retake the lead here. About to be 10 laps completed. Or 9 laps, excuse me.
No,
coming to 10.
Yep.
Okay, yep, 10 laps completed.
Richard Johns up front, Justin Steve's P2, JP P3, Hudson P4. Well, I say exchange there, so now Bradford will be P4. Oh boy. Richard said, no thank you, I led my lap and I am falling to the back.
And that's what you may see out of some drivers, some people. You know, points do matter. They want to try to at least get maybe a top 10 points finish at the end of the season or something to that effect, maybe top 5. Goals, just like we talk about each and every week, race week, you know, broadcast, Brian, we talk about having goals set for the races. Well, there's also goals that you try to set for yourself during or at the beginning of each racing season.
Oh yeah.
What do they do? Make this wrapper childproof?
Oh, you see Justin pull out of line there. He's now going to the back. Oh, I want that bonus point for leading that lap. Oh boy. Right on board with Ram said here. As he looks to give a shot to Joe here.
Yeah, I raced in many races with Michael Allen. Robert, you know, many of these guys that are in here. Oh, we got a bob and weave moment from Pete.
You see, Ram said, I do believe is going to lead that lap.
Well, if he didn't, it was awful close.
I think he did.
See, Philip Bridgman, he won one of the season openers, whether it was the fixed or the open, I can't remember, but it was back in Daytona. Brian, you could probably help me get to the bottom of that one. I believe it was the fixed side of things at Daytona for the season opener, so he's always one to watch whenever it comes to drafting style tracks or Daytona Talladega, right? So
It was the fixed side Daytona.
Thank you for clarification.
Yes, sir.
Couldn't remember. We've had a lot of weeks of racing since then, a lot of nights of sleep or you know, whenever you sleep. Oh my goodness, evasive maneuvers. Nobody wants to be knocking on each other's doors right now, you know what I'm saying? So
Knock, knock, knock. Oh, Philip jumps up to the middle lane there.
he feels like that could be the way to go at the moment. Not too much working on the bottom, he thinks. But is that Joe or JP having a blink moment at the moment?
Yep. 60 laps complete. Wow, did they caught Jaden, so now this is gonna
Looking to the bottom.
Yeah.
Yep, 3 wide. Oh my goodness. There's a slight wind gust this evening. You see those flags moving quite abruptly. Let's investigate and see what the wind gust is again, Brian. I believe it's over 12 miles per hour.
No, it's exactly 12.
You got me, Anthony? Come on.
You hear the communication between the drivers. That was Tyler Myers telling Anthony, you know, hey, you're all clear. Come and take the position. Track temperature still in the high 70s. So, or excuse me, 96 in the high 90s, not quite in the hundreds. So, should be pretty well grippy track and everything.
Oh boy! They're getting
3 wide.
There it goes.
No, this.
Caution out. What is this for? Say again.
Oh
no, that's right.
Bradford, Joe Stipe, I believe, Pearson.
I gotta let you by, Bradford.
You see here, Will, they were 3 wide.
Jane, you gotta pass me.
Oh, JP just moves up a little bit there. Oh. Joe just keeps coming up, and oh, very unfortunate.
Where's 29 at?
Let's catch up to the pace car, guys. Come on.
Oh. What a
Jane,
lick.
go. I've got to stay behind you.
What a lick. That's very unfortunate.
Catch up to the pace car. Come on.
I am catching up.
I think Phillip likes it down. Does he hit anything?
Let's take a look here.
I think Phillip's kind of lucky out of all this, Brian. I think he was able to crank the wheel once he got hit. He got broadsided as they came down. I think he was able to lock it down. He shouldn't have too much damage, but unfortunate for the rest of everybody.
That was a very hard lick, Will, for
Pace car halfway down the back.
Bradford and Joe.
Oh,
well, Phillips, all right.
Exactly. So, but yeah, rough. But just one of those things coming through the trioval.
Okay.
You sometimes, if you're on that outside lane, you almost feel confident enough to wash up the track a little bit more on trioval exit, or maybe something to that nature. Oh yeah.
That is your pole sitter for those of you who tuned in. So,
yes, those of you who are just now tuning in, first caution of the evening. We were expecting, hopefully, maybe a green flag pit stop, but sometimes it's not meant to be. And just ran out of real estate going through the trioval, really is all you can say. And some drivers here just with a ton of damage.
So Richard's going to lead them into the pits. He will be the leader after all that, with the 3 of those guys first spinning off. So I want to say a 4-tire stop.
Sorry, JP, I didn't want to get caught passing the 29 in pit road.
Campbell. What the win off pit road. Hopefully this is a good race for him. Well, he's been caught in a lot of things, shall we say. I think AB and Joe's going to be in that pit for a little bit.
Well, whenever you take that type of damage, I don't see how you couldn't be somehow the wheel cranked to the left or to the right, some other angle than straight, right? So these drivers could be repairing their cars for a good minute.
I'm gonna be inside.
And good possibility. Philip could have got more damage than we thought because he's still in the pits as well, or at least he was for a minute.
I know he got clipped in the rear. I don't think it was. No, Philip's back out. Maybe 30 seconds worth, maybe, depending on how hard the impact was to his right front after them coming across.
Vicious for Joe and Bradford. Vicious.
And they hit when there was no safer barrier. So that's always the worst. So, Will Campbell is up front. He is going to lead the field back to green. So, now Jaden got caught back up, so he is on the lead lap. Oh, I guess Joe came back out. Yeah, but I see the problem is with the spotter pack I have. It's the I think it's the JJ Cuss pack. So yeah,
no, it wasn't. It was just the regular default spotter. I thought I heard.
No, that's Jack and House. After a while, you sit there and hear him. I would say, Earl, get these drivers out the way. All depends, really.
So, gonna get the restart at lap 21, 20 lap caution of the evening. About 17 laps ran under green at the moment. As you see, Christopher Campbell lined up, being first place at the moment with some decent strategy.
Oh, Bradford came back out. Well, we don't have to worry about saying green because the spotters are going to do that for us. Get ready.
Ready, green, 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 green.
There you go. See a great start by the 68 with a little help from the 8 of Tyler Myers there. Woodrum on the outside with the 3. See a good run by the 17.
Maybe could have benefited from maybe locking up his steering rack a little bit better. Instead of it being a bit loose, it looks like the steering rack it is. His movements are just, wouldn't want him to be the control car for a tandeming or something to that effect.
Oh, yeah. But anyway, I know a lot of people are used to me being out here, so, but I'm back out on the track Saturday, and we come here again Saturday, so, but that's on the setup side of things, so, you see there, oh,
Almost 3 wide that right there for 5th position, back. 4th
Yep.
position.
That was almost Robert going to the outside of Richard. You see JP with a big jump out there. So all Chevys and a Toyota on the outside lane there. I'm guessing Joe's okay. Oh boy. You see Robert Amaro with a bobble there, almost coming together with Jaden. That's Tyler Myers, still tucked in behind Christopher Campbell. With line right there, P3 behind him. He's got the 28.
And Pearson and Woodrum battling side by side for 5th and 6th position. Richard Johns, Jaden Sanchez, maybe Richard. What I almost want to say Richard Allen for. Who's that? Michael Allen. I'm tired.
That happens to the best of us. You see.
Oh, soon. Go ahead.
Let's say you see Richard there giving shots to the 13. Get him going there.
Yeah, if only they had maybe 1 or 2 more cars to help them on that outside. They could power around and get the lead from Christopher Campbell and Tyler Myers.
Yep.
Closing in on halfway, 5 laps from halfway.
Yep, and they are very fastly catching Aaron Bradford. But Tyler Myers still giving good shots to Chris Campbell, Will. With Anthony Line right there in 3rd, just sitting there. Biding his time, saving some fuel.
JP, you're bouncing, bud.
Driver letting somebody know that he's blinking. You see
Jaden trying to make some moves on the outside, but he's going to hit that wall of air that we talk about all the time.
Yeah.
And you go out there and make some maneuvers, but nobody goes with you.
You took the word right out of my mouth. Jaden tucked the line behind the 2 and the 28. So 28, 2, and 22. Huh. Jaden looking to take the run to get on by Pete. Well, I think all the races are going to be rained out this week. It's supposed to rain. So I don't know how they're going to get any of the races in, though. Maybe they will.
Gotta have faith.
Always. You see the 22, the 4, and I think that was Richard on the outside there. As you still got Christopher Campbell, Myers, Line, Hudson, and Woodrum. Singled out here, you see here they're going to pass Bradford. Gonna fall in the sucker hole.
Yes, and when you're by yourself, you're not even going 105 miles per hour. You may be going 102, 181, something like that. Whenever you're battling an ill handling car, maybe a damaged car, you're maybe going 5 to 10%, maybe 15 slower than that. So,
Oh yeah. Little onboard telemetry. Hey, I said it right.
Get right up there and hit me, 24.
Speed of Ramset. There he is. You see there, Richard pushing the all over the back of that 22 of Jaden Sanchez as they work the outside lane there. As you see that, Jaden now getting heavy shots from the 17.
you can see just the telemetry from like just the cars on the bottom lane, just a few cars behind the race leader. They're going 192 to 195 miles per hour, 196. So just imagine what the car last in line could be capable of doing as a few cars, that battle group goes around the outside.
So they are, next time by, they will be halfway. You see that big difference there in speed drop? You see someone's going to jump up there and pick up Mr. Richard Johns here as they all get by Jaden. Oh, here he comes back on the outside.
And he's got help from Hudson. James Hudson and that 28 Haviland Texaco car really helping out Jaden a lot here.
I'm used to Josh being in that number.
Yeah, same.
So it's a little bit weird saying another person's name and you're so used to Josh being in 28. He will be back with us next week. So, unfortunately, some
Side by side battling for the lead, Jaden Sanchez being pushed by James Hudson. Hudson has Pete Woodrum right behind him. To the bottom is Christopher Campbell. Jason Pearson.
There you go. Oh,
I was like,
JP, the big dog.
Oh, yep, had a brain fart. It happens.
Oh, that
Tyler
happens
Myers.
to the best of us.
Yep, giving another good push to the back of Christopher Campbell now.
Yeah. Boy, you see Campbell drop like a rock. Oh, never mind. Here they come again. As the 28 ducks down low to get on by Jaden here. A shot from the 17 to the back of the 28. Push from the 2 into the 22. But I do believe Hudson will lead that lap.
That was almost too close to call, I tell you what. Could that be what the last lap looks like? Who knows?
Well, only one can hope. So you see there, Bridgman 1 lap down. Some damage to that car. So I didn't think it was really that much. I don't know.
Yeah, obviously it was a bit more harder impact just getting broadsided down onto the flat of the track. Could have just bent the steering column or the arm a bit roughly or too much or something to that effect, Ryan. So
That is very true. You were absolutely correct. Oh, watch with that bump on the quarter there. That's the thing with a lot of these manufacturers now. Chevys have always been that way because of the pointed nose. So when they go and push, you want to make sure that it's a even push. And not push them in the quarter. Toyotas now, since they got that flat nose in the front, but still have that point at the end. I've seen it happen in a few officials.
JP, you're Superman.
So Richard gets on back to the inside of that 13. As Robert Amaral gonna get tucked in behind Richard. Those guys are gonna make a push to the front here.
I don't see any doubt in that.
Never mind, Richard got caught in the sucker hole again.
Yes, indeed, he did. Just when we had high hopes.
Right. So Tyler Myers moves up to P4. I guess he got on by there. Nope, now he's third. 25 laps to go.
And everybody still owes us one more pit stop.
Yep. Well, since they cross line, we'll go ahead and do our little step away real quick. And give them the awesome sounds of these cars. So here we go. Enjoy.
Country road breakup, or you're good now?
This time.
You see here, Will, as they're getting ready to make their last and final sets of pit stops here tonight.
With 18 laps to go.
Boy, pit road's gonna be tricky here.
Get on and off pit road mistake free.
Or Ford, sorry. Ford pitting this left.
This time.
You see here, so now
8 this time.
Three's pit.
Got in the second pack should be coming now.
Yep. Who does what? Who can get linked back up? And
If this is that second wave of cars that stayed out that extra lap. So, like you said, who can get linked back up? Who can do what? Whose strategy is who? Got linked up with somebody.
Jaden.
Jaden.
So here the second pack's all split up.
I got pit again. Give me, I'll say pit exit. What the fuck?
Ooh. You got caught. So how that works is if your tires, oh boy, if your left side tires didn't go anywhere above that yellow line there, coming out of the pits, they'll get you for that. Problem is, Will now can.
Thanks, Bill.
Some drivers just slicing and dicing.
Yeah, because these guys now get. Oh, that was about ugly. Straight enough to get up there and run that pack down. That's going to be the key. Well, you see Justin there. Still has yet to pit. And by them doing this, it's going to hurt. It's going to stall them out even more.
The person that may be not necessarily with anybody, or the pack that is going at a higher average speed, but still wanting to be a little racy.
So 14 laps to go. Waiting for the back stretch here. $190. So they're about even pace, I would say.
$24 to pit in this lap, $24 this lap.
See there? Leader's going to make his pit stop.
Yep.
I think Saturday you might see a little bit more faster miles per hour with the setup side of things here. So that right there puts Sanchez and Richard and Robert one, two, three. After those pit stops there. I think Campbell got left out.
I think he did too.
Think so. From that split little breakaway there. Coming to 11 laps to go, Will. Is Richard going to set Jaden up on the last lap? Is Robert going to try to spice it up? I know that fourth on back.
81 today in Pushman.
And I stay awake for 10 more minutes.
So Jaden's still leading with that 10 laps to go. They're fixing to come up on that lap traffic there.
Hans right behind him. You got Robert Amaral, my apologies, right behind Richard. So then Joe Stipe. That makes the four car breakaway there. Yep. Then 13 and a half seconds back to Pete Woodrum and Anthony Lane, Jason Pearson.
Yep. then it's a 3-car breakaway. And then you just have Campbell all by himself. 9 laps to go. Who does what? Who pushes too hard? Who gets that caution and gets the field all bunched back up here?
Push me all the way around it. I can take it all the way.
You see there's some communication from the 2 and 81. Eight to go. I wonder if these guys set a little bit extra margin of fuel in there, especially with it coming down to who was being which lead cars. So Sanchez now caught. Justin. I think it is Justin. Nope. Tyler Myers. I'm looking at the wrong one.
Who's going to go where when they navigate this car?
They're jumping to the outside with Richard. Then they're going to fall quickly down low. We're going to leave Robert out to dry. Very unfortunate. But that's okay. Ooh. Joe couldn't get quite cleared. So that's going to put Tyler in between them. So now Myers and Stipe. You see there, now they got around Ramset. What a save.
Yeah, it's a great save by Robert getting, just want to say, a bit arrow loose coming off of turn number 4. The car just keep on turning.
My bad.
Maybe he got forced into that a little bit.
Well, if we know the way Tyler pushes. Altercation with him and Austin in the trucks. You see there, Tyler Myers going with Richard there. And Jaden's now going to get left out. Robert Amaral and Ram going to the outside, getting on by that 22. So Chevy, Ford. Coming to 4 laps to go.
Like your mirror driver, man. Focus on your line.
Who will prevail? Is it the outside line or the inside line? You see here they are nose to nose going down the backstretch here of the 3 and the 17. As Robert gets in front of Richard. As now this pack comes to all distortions here. There's 7 of these guys. Coming to 3 laps to go. You see there Jaden now trying to take the lead away from Robert as he sits there and keeps Allen in front. Oh, you see Richard duck out of line there. Maybe got some loosey-goosey there. So, all Chevy's on the bottom. Oh,
Let's see how this works out this time. 4 wide, Brian.
Can't go down there below that apron. As those two lean on each other. Showing a little displeasure for sure. That's gonna hurt.
Tyler, give me all you got.
James.
Yes, for it.
You see there the communication. It's getting interesting. Next time by they will take the white flag. Oof. Could he get a win a couple of days after his birthday as they going down the backstretch for one last time here? Who gets what will as they come out of turn 4 one last time?
I'm sorry, that was on purpose. I did not mean to do that, dude.
Aww.
Thanks,
Wow.
Jaden.
That's on me, Tyler. That's all on me. Yeah, I was trying to push you and I got off the line with you.
Wow.
You didn't just get me, dude. You hit the whole freaking field there.
So,
No, for real, take that win away from me.
so we'll come back here
That's some
again.
fucking bullshit.
See them showing some displeasure there. Don't blame me. No, don't blame me. So see here, watch for Jaden.
Good run, good pace.
He just kept his foot in it. Oh man.
That wasn't on purpose.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do this real quick because I'm sure it's gonna get spicy.
We might just have to that'll be it for tonight, maybe. Might not,
I would
Get to
I would
talk.
hold off until next week, and then once they figure out the whatchamacallit. So I don't blame you. I would have done the same thing. So anyway, here is that's qualifying results. We need this one. The unofficial results here. So a lot of animosity. That was very unfortunate. That was going to work out. So that'll do that. Anyway, Will, a very exciting race, especially towards the end. I want to thank Mike for coming out and joining the show. We are back again at Talladega next week. I mean Saturday. Sorry, but it'll be Will. Hopefully, he gets enough sleep. It'll be Will and Chris on Saturday night on the 1-5 Studios broadcast. Go over there, like, share, subscribe to 1-5 Studios. Come out and check us setup guys out on Saturday night, same time, different channel. So, well, once again, it's always an honor to have you here. So, you go ahead, you go get rest up. We're going to call it a little early tonight because, yes.
Yes.
We're just going to say yes. So,
Race.
it was a very good race.
Coming into the tribal. And then things happen, but it's better to just let that be. And, we will move on to next week, and whatever happens, we will let everybody
Where we
know
at
for
next
the
week?
Thursday.
Bristol, I think. Hold on, I'll let you know. They're Talladega, Martinsville. Oh, okay. But
Yes. Hopefully we will see the majority of you over on the 1-5 Studios side of things whenever it comes time for Saturday, in 2 days' time for the open side of things here in the BNR Cup Series. Until then, each and every one of you, we wish you a wonderful and safe